We had a little party last night.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
We
kind of a
did.
fun deal out there. I mean, what? And guess what? 50 of her closest friends showed up.
Yeah, that was what a great party.
Well,
what a great celebration.
So here's the humility, right? And I love this about Dr. Good. And so, Becky, I'm going to tell this. You may have told it to me in private, but oh, well, here we go.
So don't ever do that again.
So Becky was approached with, and I'm going to call her Becky because this is more of a familiar than a ask Dr. Be Good moment, right? So I guess Stacy or somebody went up to Becky and said, hey, we're going to throw you a retirement party. Send me an invitation list or what have you. And we're going to have 50 people. And Becky's like, okay. So she sends over, she says, okay, I want to invite Kathy and her family, John and his family, then I'm going to bring my family. And that's all she gave her. And then she shows up and there are 50 chairs filled. And she's like, oh my God, I had no idea.
And we were honored to be on the list.
We were.
Yeah.
But how
so
what the
nice.
humility, I love that though. So that's fantastic.
Well, I my first thought was, I haven't had time to make and keep 50 friends. I've been sort of busy. And so who in the heck is showing up? But it was work people, and it was a retirement party. I think we failed to mention that. So certainly it was people from work and their spouses, some that we've not even met in 3 years. So it was a neat night, able to brag on some of the folks there, and I introduced my now almost ex-work husband and introduced JP as my part-time new work husband.
That was hilarious.
I'm excited for the future that and the way that I'm going to be able to impact kids differently. Well, sort of in the same way, but without the pressure of the superintendency resting on my shoulders. I'm looking forward to that. And I just got out of a meeting that reinforced some of the commissioner's call information from yesterday. And I don't want to ruin your Freaky Friday, so maybe we should wait till Wednesday.
There you go. Well, and we also want to brag. We haven't had a chance to. This JP and I are we're hijacking your segment today just to brag on you. So Nathaniel, if you'll please put up on the screen, Dr. Good, who again she won't brag about herself, so we'll do it for her. The Grand Lodge of Texas recognized, the Plano chapter recognized Dr. Rebecca Good with the Marabou B. Lamar Award of Excellence. And of course, he is known as the father of the Texas public school system and Texas public education. So can we get that, the award up on the screen? Nathaniel's going to do that for us. So congratulations. This is an award that's given out to one person annually, and only 2 awards are given out annually by the different Masonic Lodge chapters or different Masonic lodges. But this is a recognition from the Grand Lodge of Texas, which is huge. And again, I just don't think you get more fitting than having somebody who has been such, and who still is and will continue to be such, an advocate and champion for our public school system. For her to get an award named after the father of Texas public education is so fitting. So congratulations, Dr. Good. We're really proud of you.
Thank you. That's nice. Thank you.
See, I knew she wouldn't want to talk about it. I knew we'd have to force her.
Well, it was a nice night though, and of course, because my initial thing was, oh no, I don't need that, I see that it added closure for not only me but for a lot of people, and in some ways it cemented home I really am leaving.
Well, but I'll tell you, I remember when I had my retirement party. And it was really nice to see people come out and support you and thank you for what you've done. And it's a nice send off. It makes you feel like you just didn't exist on that island by yourself.
Yeah.
So
well, and unfortunately, it was too noisy to really say what I wanted to say. But I really wanted to reassure the group that legacy started with teamwork, and look at the team that I'm leaving behind to continue the work. Fantastic. So I'm not fearful of Legacy's future because of the team that's being left to carry on, and I'll still be involved. The district is asking me to sort of mentor the new superintendent, and that's common practice, right? So that was a sort of a way to have a seamless transition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Dr. Be Good.
And then one of these times she's going to come on just to talk about beekeeping.
Right. We're going to do that too.
Dr. Good, like she doesn't have enough going on. Now she's a beekeeper.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, yeah, I think I would love to do that from the sense of helping people understand the need to do that. If people have patches of land, and I was in line to get my bees the first time, and there was a couple there who have acreage, and they said they planted 100 cantaloupe plants the year before, but only got 7 cantaloupes. And they understood now that they needed to bring pollinators, right, the bees, to be able to pollinate their garden. It wasn't going to pollinate itself. And I've also read other, in the gardening threads I'm in on Facebook, somebody commented that once their neighbor put in a hive, her garden just produced like it never had before. And so people aren't understanding the fact that we really need these pollinators, these bees, and we're just not taking care of our environment in a way that keeps them, keeps their population up. So I would love to do that.
Well, it's hugely important and a great segment for the future, because there is so much to discuss in that, and everything she's saying is true.
Yep, absolutely. And then Wednesday we will talk Ask Dr. Be Good stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot coming down the pike. It's good help for our kids who did not fare well during these past 2 COVID years, but it's going to be a lot of work for the district. So I'll save it for then. I'll let you keep on your Freaky Friday
format.
Theme.
Go back to inappropriateness.
Yeah. And I'll see you Wednesday. Thank you.